let's talk about money and how much I made on a long dresser I recently refinished. This dresser was supposed to be kind of a quick turnaround. It is a big dresser, so I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but the fact that it was covered in chalk paint really complicated everything, especially when the chalk paint did not have good adhesion and I ended up having to strip the whole thing. So I want to just run through the numbers with you so you can see how much material costs matter and how much labor matters when you're talking about profit. So when I bid this job, it was done with not only the dresser, but also a pair of nightstands. And we agreed on $13.50 for all three pieces. The set of nightstands was $600, and then this one was to be $750. And I felt like that was reasonable because I was planning on just repainting it. Now, the nightstands, everything went fine with that. I did a profit breakdown on that recently, and I think it worked out to be $40-some per hour on those. Mainly filling in some things with Bondo because we were removing some details. I took some appliques off. Lots of spot putty for little minor things here and there, but Bondo being the main thing, filling in all the hardware. So all in with material costs, $164. And then the labor is where everything changed. My all-in time on this, and this is just hands-on, this is not getting paid for watching paint dry, this is just hands-on, was 25 hours. So 25 hours. So I agreed upon $750 for the dresser, $600 for the nightstands, and I ended up getting paid $800 for the dresser. We're going to take the material cost from that, so $800 minus $164. That gives us a cost of $636. I'm going to divide that by the 25 hours that I spent working on this piece to give me $25 an hour. So $25 an hour is not the goal, but sometimes it works out that way. And I feel like with the hundreds of pieces that I do, where sometimes it's $100 an hour and sometimes they're $20 an hour, it does kind of average out. Of course, you could go back and ask the client to change the pricing midway, but in this instance, I'd really have to ask for $1,500, and I just didn't feel like that was reasonable. I know we're going to be doing more pieces, and it was more important to keep the client relationship and do a really good job on this than it was to try and recapture everything. And the other lesson is to try to avoid chalk paint pieces. I really try to avoid pieces that were painted by somebody else because I never really can guarantee the adhesion on them. Manufacturer paint is one thing, but picking up a piece that somebody else has painted, you just never know. And this is one of those times when you just never know, and it didn't work out so well. I am tracking everything on my tracking sheet, so you have a good place to log all of the material costs as well as labor. So each time you're doing something, you're just logging how much that took, and at the end of it, you can then add it all up. These are available on my website if you're interested in tracking your pieces in the same manner. So there we have it, a little more insight into the money side of furniture refinishing. I hope that helps.